Welcome into this spring training game telecast presented by Best Western Hotels and Resorts. Mike Trout getting ready for this one as the Guardians are playing the Angels at Tempe Diablo Stadium. By the way, the Guardians announced today that Tanner Bybee is going to get the opening day start. They begin the season in Kansas City. Cleveland has a split squad today. Jose Ramirez, Stephen Kwan, and Lane Thomas are among those hosting the A's in Goodyear. I'm Sierra Santos coming to you from Studio K. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these lineups for today, and we're going to start with the Guardians, and it is Brian Rocchio who is going to be leading off and playing short. Tyler Freeman is in center field. He is batting second. He's hitting .313 with an OPS over 1,000. Kyle Mansardo, he's the DH. He's likely going to be the opening day DH. He's hitting .333 this spring. And Austin Hedges, he's the catcher. He has just 5 hits this spring. But guess what? 3 of those are homers. On to the Angels, and leading off and playing left is going to be Taylor Ward. He has yet to homer in 12 spring games, but he is still hitting .321. Mike Trout, you just saw him there. He looked healthy in his first spring training game as a right fielder. He's hitting .304 with 2 home runs. It's always good for baseball when Mike Trout is healthy. And the DH, Jorge Soler, he has 4 home runs and 10 RBI in 15 spring training games. There were already games that were taking place that count for something, and they were in Tokyo. It is the Dodgers and Cubs. Tommy Edman, he goes yard off of Justin Steele. Roki Sasaki, he really likes it too. The Dodgers feeling themselves in this one. Kike Hernandez, he signed in early February. He's one of those really good vibes guys, and he's keeping the vibe strong for the Blue Crew in Tokyo. He goes yard. He was 0 for 5 in the previous game, but Dodgers fans, they're loving it in the stands. Now, Shohei Ohtani yesterday, he broke up the no-hitter from Imanaga, and he's continuing to stay hot. 3 for 8, including a home run and a double in this series. And the crowd absolutely going nuts for Ohtani, and why wouldn't they be? He's an international superstar. So you take a look at this one, and Alex Vesia, he recorded his first save of the season. I mean, these are all firsts, right? Because we're in the beginning. And the Dodgers are going to head back to LA. They're going to play a couple exhibition games against the Angels leading up to the start of the season. Meanwhile, the Cubs, they're heading back to Arizona, and they will play a couple more spring training games and then open the season at Chase Field against the Diamondbacks. Kike ended up catching up with our own Harold Reynolds after the game. Let's hear what he had to say.
Well, you picked up right where you left off. Man, you crushed that ball. That feel good?
It felt great, man. I didn't do anything last night, so I felt like I had to do something tonight. And as a first baseman, I felt like slugging was the right thing to do.
See, yeah, the power-hitting first baseman showing up. So, yeah, yesterday, Freddie, last-minute scratch. When did you find out you were going to play first?
I mean, I figured that I realized that I actually was the one that told Doc that Freddie was a little banged up, and I figured that if Freddie can't go, it's going to be me. So it was about 30 minutes before the game, but I got to play first base here, the 2 exhibition games, and I played first game, a couple of games in spring training, so I feel pretty comfortable there right now.
Let's wrap it up here playing this series, the Guggenheim series here in Tokyo. How did you feel about the first 2 games of the season?
It was amazing, man. This was a heck of an experience. We had a lot of fun. For me, not just on the field, but off the field, getting to see Tokyo a little bit. I loved it. My wife loved it. My daughter loved it. She got to see snow for the first time in her life this morning.
How cool was that?
So
first time in her life. Hold it. Are you serious?
Yeah, she's 4, so we got to build some core memories here at this trip.
That's really cool. All right, Kike, keep it going, man.
Thank you, bro.
2 down.
Yes,
we
sir.
only got 100 and something to go. Appreciate you.
Well done out there, Harold. You absolutely crushed it. Looking at this pitching matchup for the Guardians and Angels, it's Logan Allen on the hill going against Tyler Anderson. Allen has allowed just 3 earned runs in 14 1/3 innings this spring in 5 appearances. He is competing for a spot in Cleveland's rotation. The 26-year-old made 20 starts in 2024 with a 5.73 ERA. And let's get an update right now. Brian Rocchio, he gets a single in the top of the first. This one just starting to get underway, mind you. And we are going to take you out there live in just a second. You know what? We head out there now. It is time for another spring training game telecast presented by Best Western Hotels and Resorts. Enjoy the Guardians and Angels.
Spring, 3 homers. He's hitting .333, and he chops that one on the right side. Scooped up by Anderson, second for one. Relay to first. That's a double play, and that is how the inning ends. Nicely done by the Angels. When it left the bat, you kind of wondered if the Angels were going to have time to turn two. They do it, and it's an inning-ending 4-6-3 twin killing. Nothing going here in the inning now. As we get ready to go to the bottom of the first, you're watching FanDuel Sports Network and listen.
This spring training telecast on MLB Network is presented by Best Western Hotels and Resorts. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at bestwestern.com.
Now and then, you need to stop and smell the roses. Or the leaves, rocks, trees, sticks, and that one tree again. Stay 2 nights, get a $50 Best Western gift card.
Give up on you, do you? Huh? Well, it's not over yet. Really? You want some of this? Come on! Ugh.
Are you tired of trying to fix it yourself? Call the pros.
You and the AC both need professional help. I'm making the call.
Where reliability and comfort meet, next generation air and heat.
Life is full of twists, turns, stops, and starts, kind of like racing. Being diagnosed with alopecia was a twist I didn't see coming. If I wanted to turn it around, I was going to have to find a solution that works. Thanks to Hair Club, I feel great. Brittany and I went to Hair Club together. We found the best hair loss treatment that works for me and our busy lifestyle. See, with all the twists and turns, life is awesome, and your hair can be too when you call Hair Club.
Save 20% on select solutions using promo code JOEY. Call 800-759-8989.
Opening week on MLB Network begins March 27th.
Can't get enough baseball? Get MLB Network today to stream up to 15 live out-of-market games a week, 24/7 access to MLB Network, and live radio for all 30 clubs. Stream MLB Network with MLB at Bat for $6.99 a month.
Taylor Ward is the batter. The pitch evens up the count on him. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Ward leading it off, followed by Shonowell and Trout against the lefty Logan Allen. And there's a pitch on the outside corner. That's in there. So Ward has looked at the first 3, and 2 of them have been strikes. Here's the next pitch. That's outside. He takes that one as well. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Taylor Ward. Ward's had a nice spring. He's hitting over 300. He's yet to homer, though. And there's a pitch there. He chases and misses. Struck him out. So Ward is retired on the strikeout.
Time now for our Best Western Hotels and Resorts update. Cody Bellinger, he's going yard. That put the Yankees up 8-0. I feel like every single time we do an update, it's Cody Bellinger, which just goes to show you he's having an amazing spring, and the numbers show it. He's hitting .475. Yankees on top, 9-7 in the bottom of the ninth.
6. There's one for a strike.
And that was at the major league level. Also spent some time in the minor leagues at AAA. Had an ERA about 5.5.
Here's the next delivery. It's hit on a couple of hops to short. Glove there by Rocchio, and he will throw out Shonowell. So 2 gone quickly. The top of the inning, Tyler Anderson, who's pitching for the Angels, threw only 4 pitches. And Logan Allen kind of taking a page out of his book here. He's gotten 2 quick outs. The batter will be Mike Trout.
And Allen's had a really good spring. I mentioned the struggles a season ago, but this spring, 1.88 ERA, giving up just 3 earned, 13 strikeouts.
So Trout, the batter. Mike's hitting .304 this spring. And a pair of home runs. Here's the next pitch. And that's on the outside part of the plate. That's a called strike. 0-2 on Trout. Jorge Soler, the cleanup batter. waiting on deck, DHing, and the two-strike pitch on Trout. Almost went after that one and takes it for a ball. The bottom of the first inning presented by Foundation Building Materials, the official jersey partner of Angels baseball. And Trout swings at the next pitch, lifts a routine fly ball to center. Coming in, making the catch about waist high is Tyler Freeman, and that will end the inning. So the Angels are retired. One in the books, no score. You're watching FanDuel Sports Network and listening on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
Nearly 1 in 4 U.S. consumers have been a victim of identity theft, even when they did all the right things to protect their personal information.
I did everything right, but an institution that had my data didn't. And now my identity's been stolen.
Banks, hospitals, employers, and other institutions all have your personal information too. And when they're exposed, careful monitoring of your accounts and credit won't be enough.
$110,000 of my hard-earned money gone.
The stakes are high, and even if you take steps to protect your personal information, you're not the only one who has it. Only LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second, alerting you to the widest volume of threats. And if you become a victim, a dedicated U.S.-based identity restoration specialist will fix it guaranteed. Plus, all LifeLock members are backed by the LifeLock $1 Million Protection Package, including reimbursement for stolen funds. Call now or go online and use promo code 35TV to save 35% off an annual plan for your first year.
Can a personal loan unlock your ambitions? Oh yeah. Take a swing at your kitchen rental. Meant that literally. SoFi Personal Loans. Low fixed rates. Borrow up to $100K. No fees required.
You prepare for the unexpected. So do we. TrueWork builds workwear offering technical performance fabrics and an integrated workwear system so you can perform at your best. Work wonders. TrueWork.
It's a Thursday triple header on MLB Network. Leading off are the Phils and Braves at 1 Eastern. Then at 4, it's the Angels and the White Sox. Later, it's the Rangers and Padres at 9:30 Eastern. Don't miss a pitch. Only on MLB Network.
Ready to go, inning number 2. And set to deliver is Tyler Anderson, and the first pitch that's chased and missed by Jean-Kenzie Noel. He's in right field. He'll play some in the outfield this season. He's going to do some DHing for the Guardians, and he chases that one and misses it for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes.
Noel just 23 years old. Hit only .218 a season ago, but a highly touted prospect for the Guardians. Power bat. Didn't hit for a high average, but when he did, 13 home runs.
And there he waves and misses an off-speed pitch, and Anderson made him look bad on that one. That'll be the first out. First strikeout for Tyler Anderson. Batter will be Gabriel Arias. This copyrighted broadcast presented by Authority of Angels Baseball may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball. Here's Arias swinging at the first pitch from Anderson, and he lines one into left center field. So 1 out single.
Hard to tell if the Guardians are just in a hurry or if they're seeing Tyler Anderson pretty well off the bat. And it seems like right now we're seeing an aggressive hitting team in Cleveland making a lot of contact, but to this point it hasn't been a whole lot of hard contact against Anderson.
He's ready. This is Austin Hedges at the plate, and he went after the first pitch. They're swinging at that first pitch. Hedges is just 5 for 33 this spring. It's a 152 batting average, and that's exactly what his batting average was last year. He bounces this one off the glove of the pitcher Anderson. It caroms over to Newman. His throw to first base will be in time, and Hedges is retired. So that'll be a 1-6-3 ground out. Had Anderson not gotten his glove on that one, that had a chance to be a possible inning-ending double play, but it skipped off his glove. Luckily, caromed to Newman, and the easy out at first on the batter, Hedges. So Arias at second, 2 outs. Angel Martinez, the batter. Here's the first pitch on the right-handed swinger, and he goes after that first pitch and misses it for strike 1. Switch hitter batting right. Martinez was in 43 games for Cleveland a year ago, hit .232. He's had a tough spring, though, just 5 for 36. His batting average is under 140 this spring. Here's the pitch, and he takes that one high. 1-1 the count. Bright sunshine today here in Tempe. And there's a pickoff toss to second. Sneaking over was Tim Anderson, and the base runner Arias gets back to the bag.
Yesterday, we saw Jose Soriano pitch into the 6th inning at 68 pitches. Anderson only at 12 right now, and the Angels would love to see him get to the 6th.
Here's the pitch, and good off-speed delivery. That's chased and missed. 1-2 is the count. Bottom of the inning, the Angels will have Soler, O'Hoppe, and Tim Anderson against Logan Allen. Time requested by the batter Martinez. He backs out of the box. Young player, just 23 years old. Bidding for a spot on their roster as a reserve outfielder. There goes the runner at second. The pitch is a ball. Throw to third late. It's going to be a stolen base for Arias. He had 5 last season as a part-time player for Cleveland, and he's at third base now. Still 2 outs.
Yeah, and Arias gets a huge jump up here, and he's takes that extra step. Not a whole lot O'Hoppe could do. Anderson did his best to hold him.
And here's the 2-strike delivery. That's grounded sharply just out of the reach of the shortstop Newman. That's an RBI single as it rolls on out to Taylor Ward. So Martinez drives in the game's first run, and Will Wilson will be the next batter.
Tough run to give up for Tyler Anderson. You just think about the would-have-been double play ball that he got a piece of, and well, that allowed Arias to get to second base, then steals third, and next thing you know, he's scoring a run.
First pitch, and that one's fouled back by Wilson. Wilson, a player who was in the Giants organization for several years, and a player that was originally a first-round pick of the Angels, and the Angels traded him to the Giants a few years back. There's a chase and a miss, and misses for on the batter Wilson. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the next delivery, and that's a pitch he just got a piece of to stay alive.
Wilson a part of that Zach Kozart trade to the Giants a handful of years ago.
So the count's 0-2. And here's the pitch. That one a little bit high. It misses for a ball.
At this point in the spring, we haven't been paying a whole lot of attention to results for Angels pitching, but now it's starting to matter here in this last week.
Here's the next delivery, and that's off speed. It just missed a little bit low. So the count's 2-2. Will Wilson, a first-round pick of the Angels back in 2019. And he's a AAA Rule 5 draftee for the Guardians. Got him from the Giants in the offseason, and he swings and misses that one, and he is retired. And so are the Guardians here in the inning, but they do pick up a run. They'll take a 1-0 lead to the bottom of inning number 2. You're watching FanDuel Sports Network and listening on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
It's high noon, and the winter's clear. 7 out of 10 cats prefer Blue Tastefuls chicken to Heinz chicken. And with Tastefuls' delicious natural ingredients, it's easy to see why. Blue Tastefuls, a taste cats love made with natural ingredients.
What are you doing, Nana?
Working on my dating profile. Want to see? I think that's me.
Nana, how do you sleep at night?
On a mattress I got at Mattress Firm. It's got cooling technology, so now I sleep.
Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night.
Ready for a new adventure? Discover what's possible with Spectrum Mobile.
As a Spectrum Internet customer, you get one line of unlimited Spectrum Mobile included for 1 year. Stay connected across every step of your journey with nationwide 5G and reliable coast-to-coast service. Plus, explore even more places with free data roaming in over 180 countries. Spectrum Mobile is the nation's fastest-growing mobile provider, connecting millions across the country wherever life takes them. From the mountains to the desert to all those unexpected places in between. And with Spectrum Wi-Fi access points available nationwide, you can search, share, and stream while using less data every month. Ready to explore new possibilities? Don't just dream about it. Make it happen. As a Spectrum Internet customer, you get one line of unlimited mobile included for 1 year. Additional lines, just $30 each. Click, call, or visit a Spectrum store today.
Jorge Soler, the first batter, and chases the first pitch from the lefty Logan Allen, and here's the 0-1. That's on the outside corner. That's a called strike. Soler's had a nice spring, 4 home runs, driven in 10, hitting .324, and the next pitch, that's high and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Logan Allen last year made 20 starts for Cleveland, 8-5 record. ERA was high, though, 5.73. Here's Soler swinging at the next pitch, and he pops it up on the right side. It's in very shallow right field. The second baseman will make the call and catch Arias, and that'll be the first out. Angels have had the first 4 retired in a row. And the next batter will be Logan O'Hoppe. This bottom of the second inning, it's 1-0 Cleveland, presented by Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, and sports. Swing by the restaurant at the outlets at Orange and enjoy. First pitch, a strike on O'Hoppe. Logan Allen's a quick worker. He doesn't waste much time out there at all. And next pitch, that one is taken outside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the delivery, and that one misses outside. Allen was a second-round pick of Cleveland back in the 2020 draft. Another pitch taken, and it's a 3-1 count. He's ready. Here's the next one, and that's a swing and a miss. Threw it by him. Allen will throw the fastball, top out around 94. Has a sinker, doesn't use that pitch that often. Also has a cutter, a sweeper, and a changeup. And there is O'Hoppe, and he is going to be a strikeout victim right there for out number 2. 2 up, 2 away.
You mentioned Allen, a quick worker, an extremely quick worker. And with the pitch clock out there on the timer, there's been about 10 seconds left when he is releasing the baseball. So he's taking the ball back and throwing it within about 5 seconds.
So the batter now is Tim Anderson, and he goes after the first pitch for strike 1. Of all the pitchers we've seen this spring, he works about as fast as any of them. And here's one lined into center. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Anderson makes a huge turn at first, and now we'll head back to the bag. So that's the Angels' first hit of the game. 2-out single, and Luis Rengifo will be the next batter.
Ron Washington telling us a little bit earlier in the week that Wednesday was the day, maybe not necessarily exactly the opening day lineup, but close to it. And right now it looks like Tim Anderson is going to be a part of it at second base for the Angels, the way things are set right now.
So now Allen works from the stretch for the first time today, facing the switch-hitting Rengifo. Bats right-handed against the lefty, and he takes the first pitch, and it's in there for strike 1. Here's the next delivery. That one misses outside. Rengifo's only had 8 at-bats this spring for the Angels with 2 hits. Here's the pitch. Swings and fouls that one off on the right side. That's backing out of play.
Now for Anderson, a lot of his role will be determined by the health of Yoan Moncada. who has been dealing with a right thumb bruise, has had to miss some time, and he's making progress. Ron Washington saying today he's feeling a little bit better, but still not throwing, still not gripping a bat, and that would mean Rengifo would be at third, Anderson at second.
Counts 1-2 on Rengifo. Here's the pitch. Swings, fouls that one off right side, backing out of play.
Now for the Angels, in an ideal world, you'd love to have Moncada out there at third, but Ron Washington even saying today, hey, if he can play third, we're going to get him back on the field as soon as possible. And even if that means taking a little while for his bat to come to where it needs to be, he'll roll with that knowing he wants his glove at third base.
Pickoff toss to first. Diving back to the bag goes Anderson. It's 1-0 Cleveland. We're in the bottom of the second. Allen is set. Look at first base. Delivers. And there's a chase and a miss. And down on strikes goes Rengifo. Pair of strikeouts for Allen in the inning, and 3 so far in the ballgame. Third inning is next. 1-0 Guardians. You're watching FanDuel Sports Network and listening on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
ACE's new Yard RX program prescribes the best lawn care, specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, now you can get a personal prescription delivered to you from the helpful folks at ACE. You'll get everything you need at our best price each season, guaranteed. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad. Hey, watch it. It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face. Game changer. While the Flex, this contours to it. So the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke. For the ultimate Gillette shaving experience. The best a man can get is Gillette Labs.
Your tax forms have all the personal information a criminal needs to steal your identity. That means a single vulnerability at your tax prep company, employer, or government agency could put you at risk.
Someone stole my Social Security number and filed a tax return in my name, and I'm a CPA.
Someone used my Social Security number to get a $9,000 tax return in my name.
In 2024, the IRS flagged approximately $16.5 billion in tax refunds for possible identity fraud. LifeLock alerts you to the widest volume of threats others could miss. And if you become a victim of identity theft, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed. Plus, all LifeLock members are backed by the LifeLock $1 Million Protection Package, including reimbursement for stolen funds. Call now or go online and use promo code TAXTV to save 35% off an annual plan for your first year.
Micah Prees is the batter for Cleveland, and he goes after the first pitch from the Angels lefty Tyler Anderson. Prees, a left-handed batter. They have a couple of them in the lineup. And here comes the next pitch. He takes, and that one just missed. Pretty close pitch. There's no ABS system here at Tempe Diablo, so you're not going to get any challenges by pitchers, hitters, or catchers today. Here's the next one, lifted foul down the right side, backing out of play. Prees last year was in AAA, and he hit just .227, but he's actually had a really good spring for the Guardians, hitting .429. Here comes the next delivery, and he checked on that one. Did he go after it? No. On the appeal, they say he was holding. 2-2 is the count. Here's the next pitch, and that misses outside, so it's a full count, 3-2. Brian Rocchio, their leadoff man, waiting on deck. And here's the payoff pitch. Swings at it and hits it in the air. It's traveling out in left center, but Joe Adell has a bead on it and makes the grab. It is maybe 10 feet from the rim of the track. The wind is starting to blow out in that direction just a little bit. That's the first out. Fans, don't forget to join the Angels for Star Wars Light Show. That'll be on Friday night, April the 18th 800 drones take to the sky after the Angels wrap up their game against the Giants. Celebrate Star Wars weekend with us and visit angels.com/promotions for details. First pitch, ball 1 on Rocchio. He singled to start off the ball game, and here's the pitch. He goes after that one and pops it up foul over near where the Angels coaching staff is, and it's just out of the reach of the Angels catcher Logan Allen. It drops back to the seats. That was on Artie Moreno's row down there, but probably about 15 seats or so to Artie's left. He didn't have to dodge that foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike is the count. And here's the next delivery from Anderson, fouled off on the ground right over by the Cleveland dugout.
Tell you what, Terry, that's the prime place to sit. Had a chance to hang out over there on a road game the other day, right behind the Angels coaching staff when we were waiting to go do our post-game interview, and you sit by Ron Washington, you hear everything that's going on with the ball club.
Here's the next pitch. That's fouled back. Some, I guess, you can repeat. Some you can't repeat.
That would be accurate, Terry Smith.
1 ball, 2 strikes is the count. It's a 1-0 Cleveland lead. We're in the top of the 3rd. And here's the 1-2. Taken for a ball.
One thing I love about Ron Washington and really his staff, it's a staff that loves baseball. They love teaching. They love developing. They love watching these players grow. The Angels have a lot of growth to make, but this staff is doing their best to get them there.
Here's another one popped foul. This is going to go past the Angels dugout, back to the seats and out of play. Another nice crowd on hand. Wednesday afternoon baseball. Probably have 5,500 or so here, maybe more than that. Next pitch, and that's low and misses outside, so it's a full count. 3-2 here on Rocchio. He is the Guardians' everyday shortstop, just 24 years old. And the payoff delivery, he fouls another one off. So this has been a lengthy at bat. A lot of balls fouled off. Anderson, who has that hesitation windup of his, he's been kind of flexing that leg a little bit out there. That would tend to distract the batter before the pitch is delivered. And the next pitch, and that's off speed, got him swinging, struck him out. So after all that, a strikeout on Rocchio. That's the 3rd one in the game for the Angels lefty Tyler Anderson. And with 2 outs, the next batter will be Tyler Freeman.
Yeah, when Anderson has thrown the changeup today, he's had a lot of success with it. It feels like the Cleveland game plan coming into this one. If you see fastball swing, if it's a changeup take, no choice with 2 strikes.
First pitch, that's right in there for a called strike on Freeman. He hit the ball hard his first time up, but lined it right to Joe Adell. Anderson's delivery. That's a little pop and a diving catch on that one by the shortstop Newman. He caught it right about a foot back on the outfield grass as he went ranging to his right and nabbed that one, and that is how the inning will end. So that's it for Cleveland. They go down 1-2-3. Bottom of the 3rd is next. You're watching FanDuel Sports Network and listening on Angels Radio, also available free on the Angels Radio app.
We had 3 regular guys try Harry's for the first time.
Wow, this is beautiful.
Yeah, there it is. Smooth.
And told them an 8-pack of refills is $17.
Wow. I have to switch razors.
Get started for $7 at harrys.com/shaving.
How do you sleep at night?
On a mattress from Mattress Firm, so I sleep.
At the Upgrade Your Sleep sale, save up to $600 on Sealy and get a free adjustable base. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night.
Forgetting something?
Curry?
The other thing.
Spicy curry.
I'll give you a clue. Balding. No, Worn down, feeling flat.
I have been tired lately.
Not you, tires. Atturo tires. A longer tread life all season and great looking.
I'll add it to the list.
Affordable all-season tires with great handling and longer tread life. Atturo puts performance within reach. Nothing like new tires. Hey, pass me a protein bar. I'm trying to bulk up.
Show your home some springtime love during the Bears Spring Fling Sale. Save 40% plus an extra 10% off store-wide, including bedrooms, living rooms, dining rooms, and more. Get great spring values and designs like this coastal-style dining table for $13.98 or this sophisticated queen bed for only $9.98. Plus, save 10% on brands that rarely go on sale, like American Leather Comfort Sleepers, sofa beds that cradle your guest in infinite comfort. Save store-wide at the Spring Fling Sale, exclusively yours at Bears.
Stream MLB Network 24/7 with up to 15 live out-of-market games every week and live radio for all 30 clubs with MLB at Bat. Stream now for $6.99 a month.
First batter for the Angels as we begin the bottom of the third inning. It's Joe Adell. He takes that pitch for a called strike. Adell, Newman, and Ward, 8-9, top of the batting order against Logan Allen. And there's another pitch that Adell takes, and he is deep in the hole here, 0-2. He's been running into a lot of two-strike counts lately. Takes that one inside for a ball. Adell is just 6 for 51 at the plate this spring. That's a 118 batting average. Here's the next pitch. That's high and away. And it's been a while between hits this spring for Adell, who asked for time.
Yeah, you got to go back 11 days. The last time Joe Adell got a hit. Ron Washington has said, hey, he's not worried about Joe's bat. It's going to come around. But Adell trying to find it and find it quickly.
Next pitch, he pops that one down the left field side, and that's going to drop in, and it gets past the left fielder Martinez. Adell's going to make a turn and stop at second base. So that's a double. Kind of muscled it out there. Wasn't hit all that sharply, but Adell was on to start the inning off. He's the tying run in scoring position for Kevin Newman.
Yeah, I don't think Joe's too worried about that. He has to be thrilled to be able to get a double, kind of get off the streak of 22 straight at-bats without a hit. He gets this one here, a leadoff double. Good sign for his swing. And this Angels replay being brought to you by FanDuel Sports Network. Stream now at FanDuelSportsNetwork.com.
And there's a pitch taken. That one misses ball one. It's 1 ball, no strikes on Newman. 231 batting average for Kevin Newman, who figures to be the Angels shortstop when the season begins. So occupy that spot until Zach Neto returns. 2 balls, no strikes now on Newman. Hit could mean a run. Adell has good speed. He's the runner at second, and the pitch, that's high. 2 balls and 1 strike.
It's when you looked at the 1 through 9 in the Angels order, those players, it feels like that's going to be the group on opening day. The order could change around a little bit, but this feels like the group.
There's a pitch on the outside part of the plate for a called strike.
And with Anderson and Newman up the middle, again, not set in stone, but things are certainly trending that direction.
Here's the pitch. Ground ball hit right at the shortstop. Rocchio will look Adell back to the bag at second and easily throw out the batter Newman at first. 6-3 on the ground out. Taylor Ward will be the next batter. The last time that Logan Allen pitched for Cleveland was last Friday. And in that game, he got hit around a little bit, but the Guardians did not play real good defense behind him. That was a game against Seattle. They gave up 5 runs in 3 2/3 innings, but only 2 were earned. And there's a pickoff toss. Adell has to scamper back to the bag at second base with Arias on the receiving end of the throw, the second baseman. Logan Allen taking another peek at Adell out there. Here's the pitch. That's fouled off to our right, backing out of play. Logan Allen was in the Guardians rotation last year and then eventually sent down to AAA. There's a shot that's going to drop into left center field. Adell's going to be waved home. There is not going to be a relay. He'll score. So an RBI hit right there. Taylor Ward delivers for the Angels, and that ties up the game at 1.
Just the third RBI of the spring for Taylor Ward. Timely here. Adele froze over at second base. Actually was leaning back towards the bag initially after taking that first jump. Got out of the way. The baseball turned around, got on his horse, and went as fast as he could. Ended up showing off that athleticism, not even requiring a throw.
So here is Nolan Shotwell. He grounded out to short his first time up. Lefty-lefty matchup. And that is a pitch that he takes for a ball. This bottom of the third inning, tied at 1. It's being presented today by OG's Pizza. Mike Trout waiting on deck, just 1 out. Here's the pitch. Chase and a miss. Chased a high one. One ball, 1 strike on Shotwell. Shotwell's hit 1 home run this spring, and there's a shot off the glove of the first baseman, Prees. Recovering the ball is the second baseman, Arias, that throws late to first. And safe over there on a hard hit single off the glove of the first baseman, Prees, is Shotwell. And the Angels have runners at first and second for Mike Trout.
Well, good for Nolan Shotwell to be hustling like that coming out of the box. A left-handed batter. He's got the extra step advantage, but he had to really get going. A bang-bang play. Might have gotten a little bit of a gift there on a close one. 50-50 call.
Here's Trout at the plate. Checks the swing on that pitch, and it misses, ball 1. Mike Trout's only driven in 4 runs this spring. He's in an RBI situation here. 2 on, first and second. 1 out. A hit likely gives the Angels the lead. And here's the pitch on Trout. Swings at it, fouls it off on the right side, backing out of play. Light breeze, not much of a factor. Beautiful day today. Not really a cloud in the sky on the pitch, and that one misses low. I think I saw when the Angels end up breaking camp, and the last Cactus League games for the Angels will be on Friday. That'll be a split squad day. One of the games here in Tempe against Texas. The next pitch, and Trout with a pop that's caught by the shortstop. Boy, Rocchio almost jumped too soon on that one, and he was actually coming back down from his jump and was able to reach high up above his head to make the catch on that one. That'll be the second out. Runners have to freeze.
I mean, the way that one came off of Trout's bat like a soft wedge, it was almost like it chopped off the mound, and you're right, Rocchio mistimed the jump but still able to make the catch.
So the batter now checking the swing is Soler, and they say he was holding. Early next week, the temperatures here in the valley are supposed to be in the 90s. Here's the pitch, and that's a pitch that's taken for a ball. Our game time temperature today is 70 degrees. Here's the next pitch, and that's up and in on Soler. Angels looking for a 2-out hit here to try and get the lead. It's a 1-1 game, bottom of the third. And here's the pitch, and that caught the outside corner. Talking about the Angels lineup today, and all indications are the Angels are going to stick with this lineup for the large majority of the game. There might not be too many position player changes for the Angels today. Soler takes that one, and that's ball 4, so he has a 2-out walk, and the Angels have him loaded for Logan Allen.
And when you think about the order of this lineup and having the regulars in there, I think the only real question is probably that 2 spot in the order. Nolan Shotwell there today. Ron Washington telling us he's been looking at maybe 4 or 5 different lineups. Could see Luis Rengifo up there, but he's been limited to just 8 at-bats.
And the pitch on its way, that's taken by O'Hoppe. O'Hoppe would like to come through here with 2 outs, runners everywhere. He's yet the homer. He's driven in 3 this spring, and he takes a little bit low below the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. O'Hoppe struck out his first time up, but so far this spring coming into the day, hitting .296. Next pitch on the Angels catcher. Takes that one, and that one misses. 2-1. A walk would force in a run. Allen's next delivery. Oh, Hoppy tips that one foul right by the plate. So the count's level. It's now 2-2. Center fielder Freeman playing Hoppy way over to right center. There's a big gap between the center fielder and the left fielder. Here's the next pitch, and there's a swing and a miss, and he got him, struck him out, and that's how the inning will end. So the Angels settle for 1 but leave 3. 3 are in the books. The 4th is coming up. It's a 1-1 game. Angels and Guardians. You're watching FanDuel Sports Network and listening on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Ego, Milwaukee, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery or ready for pickup in 15 minutes. Conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
What if I told you that one of the best things you can do to improve the look and performance of your car can be done for under $20 and in less than 30 minutes?
Fix your cloudy and weathered headlights with Cerakote's #1 best-selling ceramic headlight restoration kit in just 3 easy steps and without power tools. Just wipe, sand, and apply. It's that easy. Cerakote restores and protects, and for as long as you own your vehicle, it's guaranteed. You can trust Cerakote with over 60,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait until it's too late. Buy today for under $20.
You know I got the spirit, knock it out the park, knock it out the spirit of the game, knock it out the park, knock it out. You know I got the spirit, knock it out the park, knock it out the spirit of the game.
The catcher throws, not in time.
Spring's in full swing on MLB Network. Recap the day with MLB Tonight. Catch up on the day's news, highlights, and even hear from the players themselves.
I want to win a World Series. I want to do it in Kansas City.
MLB Tonight, after the game on MLB Network.
We go to inning number 4. It's a 1-1 ball game. Angels 1 run 4 hits, Guardians 1 run 3 hits. And here's the first pitch from Tyler Anderson. That's in there on Kyle Manzardo. Manzardo hit into an inning-ending double play in the top of the first inning, his first time up. Here's the pitch. He checks. Did he go after that one? Yes, he did. The home plate umpire, minor league umpire Steven Jashinsky, did not ask for any help on that one. He said the batter went after it. Here's the 2-strike pitch, and that's a wild pitch that ended up sailing behind the back of the batter Manzardo, and it landed all the way back to the backstop, but no one on base, so just ball 1 in this count.
Yeah, let's get a new Pearl. Let's switch it out there. That one just slips right out of the hand. Yeah, it's the baseball's fault. Let's get a new one.
So here's the 1-2 pitch. It's hit in the air down the left field side. It's pushing into foul territory and back to the grass area. It was hit long way, but foul. And the count stays at 1-2.
We've seen Anderson have success with the changeup today, and Cleveland's been hitting the fastball, which is pretty much what we saw from Anderson all last season. When you think about the changeup and the runs that were scored off it, Tyler Anderson in the 100th percentile, the very best in baseball at limiting runs against the changeup, but in the first percentile against the fastball.
And here's the next pitch. And that's outside and misses low.
So we've just seen the superlatives. Again, Tyler Anderson not going to ever be a guy at this point in his career that's going to blow it by you, but he can locate.
Here's his two-strike pitch. That's hit pretty well into right center field, and that ball is in the gap, and it's going to roll all the way out near the warning track and onto the track. Just getting to it is Trout, and headed for third, and sliding in with a triple to lead off the inning is Kyle Manzardo. He did not have a single triple last year in the time he was with the Guardians. He gets one here. And now the next batter will be Jean-Kenzie Noel. So by the time the Angels could flag that one down, and it was Trout out there in right center who finally got to that ball, Manzardo, who isn't the quickest guy, still able to leg out the triple, and the first one chased and missed by Noel for strike one. Fans, don't forget, join the Angels on Friday night, May the 9th. Angels will take on the Orioles. The first 25,000 fans in attendance receive a quilted quarter zip. It's courtesy of Memorial Care. Visit angels.com/promotions. Pitch fouled back. 2 strikes now on Noel.
And Manzardo's a real success story. Last season, got sent down middle of the year, came back up, had a really good September. Hit 270 in 23 games, 5 homers.
There's a pitch taken by Noel, and it misses.
And he could end up being a pretty important piece for this Guardian lineup in the 2025 season.
Here's the next pitch. Opposite way. This one's dropping into right field. Trout comes in, can't get to it. He was trying to decoy that runner who tags, and he's not going to be able to get to the plate as the dive by him fell short of home plate. And O'Hoppe, who was there waiting with the tag, really didn't have to do a whole lot. The runner over there at third base ends up not even reaching the plate on what turns out to be a single. So the Angels catch a break right there, and they keep a run off the board on that shallow single into right field off the bat of Noel.
Well, savvy play still by Mike Trout to pick that one up. He fired a perfect throw to Logan O'Hoppe, but you're right. When the slide ends up being that short, you'll take it.
So the Angels cut down a runner at the plate. We'll have to see if he's going to get a single or if that turns out to be a fielder's choice. Here's the pitch, and there's a wave and a miss there by Arias.
Well, Terry, what we do know is that Angels replay was presented by FanDuel Sports Network. You can stream now at FanDuelSportsNetwork.com.
Here's the next pitch on Arias, and that's a little tapper in front of the mound, fielded by Anderson. One play, first base, and that'll be in time. So that's the second out. Noel moves up to second base.
I think the best part about that play in right field was just how comfortable Mike Trout appears to be out there. He made a good read on that baseball, and he had a good jump on it, couldn't quite get to it, had to make a decision. Do I lay out and try to get this one, or let it drop and make the throw? And Trout, showing good arm strength, came with some momentum and fired a strike.
Here's the pitch. This is Hedges at the plate, a runner at second and 2 outs. That ball that Noel dropped in front of Trout, and then Trout fired to the plate and cut down the runner trying to come in and score from third. That'll go down as a fielder's choice. That play cost Noel a hit. You don't see balls drop in front of outfielders in the outfield, and you don't get credit for a hit for doing that, but that's what happened there. Counts 2-0 here on Hedges. Hedges, a SoCal native. And there's one that's chopped foul. Hedges is kind of a guy, maybe a little younger version of Martin Maldonado. He just struggles mightily at the plate, but he's a good catch and throw guy. Here's the pitch, and he's taking that one. That pitch misses inside for a ball.
Hedges is a pretty highly touted prospect out of South Orange County, J. Serra High School. And you're right, has made his way as a journeyman in Major League Baseball by being such a good defensive catcher.
Here's the next pitch. He swings at this one, and Adele is backpedaling. He's circling under, waiting. He'll make the catch, and that's how the inning will end. So Hedges retired, just a career 186 hitter. So we'll go to the bottom of the fourth. It's still a 1-1 game. You're watching FanDuel Sports Network and listening on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
On March 28th.
You know this guy? He's got a gun in his pocket.
Put it on the table. That ain't no gun. It's a knife. From the director of The Beekeeper. This is human trafficking. Wanna have a race? You a cop? You wish I was a cop. Jason Statham. I'm gonna cut your heart out. Good luck. Do you know who they are? People whose mommy dresses them funny. A Working Man. Rated R. Only in theaters March 28th.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad. Hey, watch it. It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face. Game changer. While the Flex, this contours to it. So the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke. For the ultimate Gillette shaving experience. The best a man can get is Gillette Labs.
Marco's Pizza was just named America's favorite pizza chain. And America said, who? So, to introduce America to America's favorite pizza chain, we're offering unlimited large 2-topping pizzas for just $8.99 each. Only at Marco's.
We all love the big moment. The big moment doesn't start with the big result. It starts with the yard work. Because the big moment is just one moment forged by 1,000 moments. Strauss and Major League Baseball. Gear up, go yard.
Dreams begin here. Welcome to the Good Night Club.
Choose Advil Liquid Gels for faster, stronger, and longer-lasting relief than Tylenol Rapid Release Gels. Because Advil targets pain at the source of inflammation. So for faster pain relief, Advil, the pain away.
Tim Anderson leads it off for the Angels. A 1-1 game, bottom of the 4th inning. Anderson's had a hit his only time up, and he takes that breaking ball low and away. Ball 1. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Anderson, Rengifo, and Adele, 6, 7, and 8 batters for the Angels, will be stepping up this inning. And there's a pitch there. Anderson was fooled on it, tried to hold up, went around. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count.
Anderson has put together a pretty nice spring, considering it took him a week to get his first hit, batting over 260.
And there he takes that pitch low and outside. Certainly looks like he'll be on the Angels opening day roster, and he'll play in Chicago against one of his former clubs, the White Sox. The Angels are going to play the White Sox tomorrow. And that game will be at Camelback Ranch. And the Angels are going to throw a minor league pitcher in that game tomorrow. There's a chopper hit on the first base side. Nice stop by the first baseman, Prees, and he flips to the pitcher, Allen, covering. And that'll be the first out, a 3-1 ground out. Let's pause for station identification on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Terry Smith along with Trent Rush, our producer engineer on Angels Radio, is Jorge Sevilla. Here's the pitch, and Rengifo lifts a high fly ball out there in left center field, but it is going to land foul and out of the reach of the left fielder Martinez. Rengifo hit it hard, but a foul ball.
Luis Rengifo, we haven't seen a whole lot of him. This at-bat just his 10th of the spring, but had 2 hits the other day to get the offense rolling for him a little bit. Just been dealing with an illness, injuries, had the tight hamstring, and now he's back, and looks like he's full go. Got a stolen base the other day, so Rengifo should be just fine for the start of the season.
Here's the pitch. That one is a pitch outside. Rengifo's had the recurring hamstring problems, and he's a guy that's really put together. He has very thick legs, and when he's out there on the field, he runs hard, and it's caused the hamstring problems this spring and in the past. There's one he takes, and the count now 2 balls, make it 3 balls and 1 strike on Rengifo. Here's the delivery, and that's a chase and a miss. So full count. Joe Adell waiting on deck. He scored the only Angels run. It's a 1-1 game here in the bottom of the 4th.
There was some thought Rengifo could hit on the backfield yesterday. Instead, the Angels giving him the day off to recover.
And the next delivery swings at this one and lifts a lazy fly ball into right field. Noel is out there, and he'll make the catch on that one. And that'll be the second out. So Joe Adell will be the batter. Fans, don't forget to join the Angels for every Saturday night home game and enjoy a post-game Saturday night fireworks show driven this season by your SoCal Hyundai dealers. Visit angels.com/promotions. Here's Adell, and the first pitch he goes after and hits it a mile high on the right side of the infield. The first baseman, Prees, straddling the line, makes the catch in fair ground. And an easy pop to the first baseman will wrap up things for the Angels here in the fourth. We're headed to the fifth inning. It's a 1-1 game. Trent Rush will have play-by-play action when we get back. You're watching FanDuel Sports Network and listening on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
You know I got the spirit, knock it out the park, knock it out the spirit of the game, knock it out the park, knock it out. You know I got the spirit, knock it out the park, knock it out the spirit of the game.
The catcher throws, not in time.
Why can't we say we're the best home shopping site?
Because while true, you just can't say that legally.
What if we said it in Spanish?
Homes.com es el mejor.
No.
What if he said it?
Homes.com. It's the best.
Homes.com.
It's the best.
Bennettsville was founded in 1819. It was named after Governor Thomas Bennett. It's a small community and just a great place to live.
We have a sense of place that involves history and people. People are our best asset.
No matter where you go, you feel welcome.
Good morning.
How you doing? Good morning.
Good morning.
We future-proof this town at least 20 to 30 years.
That's opportunity right there. That makes the playing field level now.
How you doing, Lakia? It's gonna be 5480 today.
High-speed internet. It's the game changer.
We need access to high-speed internet. And if you would just tap right there for me, and that's exactly what Spectrum has provided for us.
High-speed broadband internet, it can open up the whole world to them.
I think it means everything. Even though we're in a small town that don't really have much, you connect to the rest of the world.
This is the beginning of it right here, Spectrum.
I'm not just saying this to say it. Spectrum is truly an awesome company.
We are Marlboro County. I'm looking forward to what's next in the future.
Tyler Anderson back out for his fifth inning of work against the Cleveland Guardians on this Wednesday afternoon in Tempe. First pitch to Angel Martinez. Misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. I'm Trent Rush with Terry Smith. It's a 1-1 game between the Angels and the Guardians this afternoon. 2 balls, no strikes to count to Martinez for Anderson. In his 4 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. Has not walked a batter. Struck out 3 as this one gets hit to center field. That's going to go out for a leadoff base hit. And a single for Martinez. Brings up Will Wilson here in this top of the 5th inning. That's being presented by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Bottom part of the zone. Good job by Martinez to go down and get this baseball. For Tyler Anderson last season, one of the best in baseball at creating soft contact. Pickoff move to first, diving back safely is Martinez. But after what has been a rocky start to the spring, Anderson has been good today. Pitch to Wilson, chopped over towards that Guardian dugout, and everybody got out of the way. Wilson's had a nice spring for Cleveland, adding 320. Did strike out his first time up. Runners on the move. Pickoff tosses there. Shonowell throws over to Anderson, and they got him. So Martinez caught stealing, and there is the first out in the inning. Well read by the Angels defense.
Yeah, that was almost too easy right there.
We've seen some rundown adventures early in camp, but the Angels trying to dial in those fundamentals. Will Wilson goes after that one. It's back behind second base. Anderson able to track it down in the sun, and Tim Anderson makes the catch for Tyler Anderson, second out in the inning. So a couple of quick outs for Tyler Anderson. Again, the hope would be that Anderson may be able to pitch into the 6th inning. He's at 61 pitches now, just 5 pitches so far in this frame. After a 4-pitch first inning, Freeze goes after the first one. Running it down is Mike Trout on the run. He gets there. A 6-pitch inning for Tyler Anderson. And after giving up a leadoff hit, ends up facing the minimum in the frame. Home half of the 5th is next. It's a 1-1 game. You're watching FanDuel Sports Network, listening on Angels Radio and the Angels Radio app.
With Chevy Equinox EV, you can wake up every day with a full charge. Your crew can have a roomy, no-compromise interior. And starting around $34,995, you and your money can go further in America's most affordable EV with over 315 miles of range. Equinox EV, a vehicle you know, value you'd expect, and a dealer right down the street. Go EV without changing a thing. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
The Harry's team found 3 regular guys.
A good shave shapes the day in a way.
And had them try Harry's for the first time.
This line right here, the flex hinge just went like... Wow, yeah, that feels expensive.
Then we had them guess the price of an 8-pack of refill cartridges.
40. I was going to say 27. 35.
An 8-pack of Harry's cartridges is $17.
Wow. I have to switch razors.
Guys who know a good shave can now get a great deal. Get your trial set for $7 at harrys.com/shaving.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Ego, Milwaukee, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery or ready for pickup in 15 minutes. Conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Even a game as timeless as baseball must evolve. Only you can control your journey's evolution. How will your journey evolve?
Rated everyone.
Final few days of Cactus League baseball continues. Today in Tempe, bottom of the 5th inning of a 1-run game, or 1-1 game rather, between the Angels and the Guardians. Kevin Newman, the leadoff batter for the Halos, fouls off the first pitch as Logan Allen gets set to deliver the 0-1. It's upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike to Newman. Newman grounded out to short his first time up. Batting in the 9th spot in this Angel order with Ward and Shonowell to follow. Pitch is low, appeal to first. They say Newman went around, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. So far for the Angels today, they've gotten another good pitching performance after Jose Soriano went 5 1/3, giving up just a run yesterday. Tyler Anderson has come back with 5 innings of 1-run baseball, but Kevin Newman ends up taking that one for a called 3rd strike here in this bottom of the 5th inning. That's being sponsored by Del Taco.
5 strikeouts now for Allen, and he's also set down the last 5 in a row.
Taylor Ward, the new batter for the Halos, gets just a piece of that one on the first pitch. No balls, 1 strike to Taylor Ward, who has driven in the Angels' only run today back in the 3rd inning. 0-1 is in there for a strike, nothing in 2. For Taylor Ward, really the whole spring it has just been smooth, steady baseball for him offensively. And Ward feels like he's ready to go, in good shape with where his swing is at. 1-2, swings and misses there, and that's going to end up being strike 3. So he goes down on strikes for the 2nd time today. Back-to-back punch-outs for Allen. That strikeout number up to 6 here in this 5th inning.
And that could be it for him. Looks like they are going to go to the bullpen.
So a pitching change is coming. It's a 1-1 ball game. Bottom of the 5th inning in Tempe. 2 outs. When we come back, you're watching FanDuel Sports Network, listening on Angels Radio and the Angels Radio app.
What are we doing today, Coach?
So, today we're going to work on our checking on... Oh,
Sorry, I heard checking.
A bit of a misunderstanding.
I meant checking on how we could help save our customers money on their car insurance.
And whether they need car, home, boat, or pet coverage.
Precisely. Now, let's go again. Susan?
Always wanted to do that.
My turn. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
Best day of training so far.
How's your elbow?
It's killing me.
Thinking of updating my kitchen? Yeah. Yes. This year, we are finally updating our kitchen. Doing subway tile and an ivory or eggshell. Cream, maybe bone. Don't get me started on quartz. Big island. You ever heard of a waterfall counter?
For everyone who talks about doing that thing, but never does that thing,
sweet little breakfast nook.
Chase has financial guidance.
See how you can start saving to make this happen.
Really?
Really?
Really.
At home or in
You
person.
could also check out a Chase Money Skills workshop.
That's guidance from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
The Harry's team found 3 regular guys.
A good shave shapes the day in a way.
And had them try Harry's for the first time.
This line right here, oh, the flex hinge just went like, wow, yeah, that feels expensive.
Then we had them guess the price of an 8-pack of refill cartridges.
40. I was going to say 27, 35.
An 8-pack of Harry's cartridges is $17.
Wow. I have to switch razors.
Guys who know a good shave can now get a great deal. Get your trial set for $7 at harrys.com/shaving.
Back at Tempe Diablo Stadium, bottom of the 5th inning, 1-1 our score. Angels and Guardians today. He's Terry Smith. I'm Trent Rush. New pitcher into the game, Colby Allard. One-time Ranger southpaw, 4 seasons with Texas. He's had a nice spring on a minor league deal with the Guardians. Goes first pitch for a strike to Nolan Shonowell. Allard now 27 years old. Here's the 0-1 delivery, and that one is low. Allard, a former first-round pick of the Braves back in the 2015 season. Mentioned the 4 years with Texas, but he grew up in Orange County from Anaheim, went to San Clemente High School. 1-1 away. 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs to Shonowell. Shonowell hits this one into left center field. Martinez chasing after it. And he's calling off Freeman and able to take it for the final out in the inning. So Allard comes in, gets an out of Shonowell right away. That takes us to the 6th. 1-1 is our score. You're watching FanDuel Sports Network and listening on Angels Radio and the Angels Radio app.
Did you just pay with PayPal?
Yes, it keeps my info safe, even at this shady lemonade stand.
Who are you calling shady, mister?
Oh, like this is fresh squeeze. Give me a break, Logan. I would pay with you everywhere. Don't just pay. PayPal.
Dreams begin here. Welcome to the Good Night Club.
Do you want your car to have deep gloss, stay cleaner longer, and have it last for up to 50 washes, guaranteed?
Introducing Cerakote's new Rapid Ceramic Platinum. Our next generation paint sealant with improved gloss, unmatched slickness, and extreme water repellency. Simply spray it on and lightly buff to get long-lasting professional results. Just look at the difference. Water just blows right off. You can trust Cerakote's #1 selling products with over 60,000 5-star reviews. Buy today for under $20.
Jordan's sore nose let out a fiery sneeze, so Dad grabbed Puffs Plus lotion to soothe her with ease. Puffs Plus lotion is gentle on sensitive skin and locks in moisture to provide soothing relief. A nose in need deserves Puffs indeed. America's #1 lotion tissue.
You know I got the spirit, knock it out the park, knock it out the spirit of the game, knock it out the park, knock it out. You know I got the spirit, knock it out the park, knock it out the spirit of the game. Catch your throw, not in time.
Sixth inning in Tempe. Tyler Anderson back out for the Angels, pitching into the 6th for the first time this spring. Faces Brian Rocchio to lead off the inning. Rocchio, the leadoff batter in the ball game for Cleveland. First pitch miss, so the 1-0 delivery is in there for strike one. 1-1 ball game. Cleveland scored a run back in the second inning off of Anderson. Angels got one back in the third as Rocchio fouls it back 1-2. Rocchio led off the ball game with a base hit off of Tyler Anderson in an inning that ended up being just 4 pitches. Anderson came back in the 5th with a 6-pitch frame. And as at 65 now, the 1-2 delivery is hit hard in the left field. That's going to get down for a second hit on the day for Rocchio. Another leadoff single into left field. And the leadoff man is on for Cleveland. We haven't seen much action in the Angels bullpen yet, though there does appear to be some stirring now. And for Anderson to pitch into the 6th inning, the goal today, imagine the pitch limit number probably in the 70 range, maybe a little higher. First pitch to Tyler Freeman. This is low, 1-0.
And the second straight day, an Angels starter has gotten into the 6th inning. It happened yesterday with Jose Soriano.
That time, Anderson fooled him with the changeup. Freeman way out in front, 1-1. Could see Brock Burke today. Could see Ryan Johnson today. 1-1. Check swing. And yesterday, it wasn't just Jose Soriano that pitched so well, but Jose Quijada and Jose Suarez were both good for the Angels out of the bullpen. Two relievers that no doubt have struggled here in camp. So for them to have a strong day yesterday, a good sign. Here comes the 1-2 to Freeman. It's going to be a ground ball over to Newman. Newman flips to Anderson for one. Relay to first to Shonowell for 2. And that is a 6-4-3 double play. 2 gone in the 6th.
Second double play the Angels have turned today. Defense has been solid.
And it does appear that until Zach Neto returns, Newman at short, Anderson at second, probably the most sure-handed defensive infield that the Angels can feature up the middle. Kyle Manzardo, the batter now, had a triple his last time up back in the 4th. First pitch misses, 1-0. Ron Washington put such a value on defense. 1-0 fouled back. We've seen Kyron Paris at times at second. We've seen a little bit of Christian Moore. Talented young players, but Ron Washington knowing he wants some veterans to go around the young core that is already starting to establish themselves as this goes back towards the press box. Tempe Diablo Stadium, 1-2. You already have so many young players like Zach Neto and Logan O'Hoppe, Nolan Shonowell that are certainly a part of your mix, trying to support that group of vets. And Tim Anderson could fit that role. This one's popped up over towards third. Luis Rengifo settling underneath, and he's there for the final out in the inning. So Tyler Anderson completes 6 innings on 74 pitches, just 1 run on 5 hits. 1-1 is our score as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. You're watching FanDuel Sports Network and listening on Angels Radio and on the Angels Radio app.
Marco's Pizza was just named America's favorite pizza chain, and America said, "Who?" So, to introduce America to America's favorite pizza chain, we're offering unlimited large 2-topping pizzas for just $8.99 each, only at Marco's.
Compare agents on Realtor.com and sell faster for the best price while the market is hot this spring. In a tap, get proposals from local agents who know your area and can get you the best value. Try it now, only at Realtor.com, the #1 site real estate professionals trust.
Sister's birthday. She's an adult. Please help me. I'm so lost.
Gotcha. Follow me.
I knew it. I'm hot. Thank you, Rick. I mean it.
New Chipotle Honey Chicken brings a hint of pure honey and seared smoked peppers with fresh chicken hot off the grill. For Chipotle heat with a touch of sweet and a perfectly balanced sauce. Chipotle Honey Chicken takes heat and sweet to a whole new level.
Sister's birthday. She's an adult. Please help me. I'm so lost.
Gotcha. Follow me.
I knew it. I'm hot. Thank you, Rick. I mean it.
New Chipotle Honey Chicken brings a hint of pure honey and seared smoked peppers with fresh chicken hot off the grill. For Chipotle heat with a touch of sweet and a perfectly balanced sauce. Chipotle Honey Chicken takes heat and sweet to a whole new level.
Baseball? Scan the QR code to stream MLB Network 24/7 with up to 15 live out-of-market games a week. Stream MLB Network for $5.99 a month.
Colby Allard back out for Cleveland. First pitch to Mike Trout is low. 1-0 the count. New catcher into the game for the Guardians, Dom Nunez. As Trout leads off this bottom of the sixth inning. Bottom part of the zone. That's a strike, 1-1. Pitch on Trout is a chopper that goes foul over towards third. As Trout gets set to come back into the batter's box, working against Colby Allard. Batter he's seen many times before. Trout 2 for 7 lifetime off of Allard, though Allard has struck him out 5 times in the regular season games as the 1-2 pitch misses in. 2-2. Allard, whose career ERA is 5.99. Having an impressive camp for Cleveland, trying to make this club on a minor league deal as Trout fouls off the 2-2 pitch.
Mentioned Allard earlier, SoCal native from San Clemente, and his good buddy Sam Darnold just inked a big 3-year deal with the NFL's Seattle Seahawks, over $100 million contract. Just the first year, though, is guaranteed to that deal, so he might have to hit him up for a little loan here in the next few days, especially if he doesn't make the Guardians roster.
Allard trying to keep up a good winner for Tritons.
Yeah.
Trout goes after that one, chops it left side fair. Will Wilson, long throw, gets it over to Prees for the first out in the inning. 5-3. Trout retired for the third time.
We all love the big moment. The big moment doesn't start with the big result. It starts with the yard work. Because the big moment is just one moment forged by 1,000 moments. Strauss in Major League Baseball. Gear up, go yard.
Retired. Angels have just the one run. Angels got shut out yesterday.
Yeah, Solaire's walk back in the third inning. The last Angel batter to reach base safely. Angels ended up loading the bases in that third inning, but left them loaded. Did get one run to score, but that was it. 0-1 is hit hard by Solaire to left field. Coming up for it's Martinez. He's not going to get to it in time. That drops in for a base hit. So Solaire's hot spring continues. He's on for the second time today. A one-out single here in the sixth. Brings up Logan O'Hoppe, who struck out each of his first 2 times up, including the at-bat with the bases full. Back in the third. First pitch on O'Hoppe, he goes after it, and he fouls it off over on the left side. O'Hoppe spring 276. Swings and misses there. 0-2. Can't deny the job that Colby Allard has done in camp for Cleveland. 11 2/3 innings. Just 2 runs have scored against him. 0-2 pitch. Just misses, low and away. This is the 6th appearance of the spring for Allard. It's a tie of the first 3 he's faced in this inning as O'Hoppe fouls it back, or first 3 he's faced in this appearance, rather, back out after finishing the 5th. 1 ball, 2 strikes, still the count on Logan O'Hoppe. Jorge Soler over at first. Here it comes. Ohapi takes a look at that one, a called third strike, and Logan Ohapi goes down on strikes for the third time today.
Looked like it could have been a curveball right there, slow pitch, and he froze Ohapi on that one.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe Ohapi was sitting fastball there, and he knew it right away. Strike 3 over the plate, and now Tim Anderson will dig in with 2 outs. Anderson looks at the first pitch, miss upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Anderson had a hit back in the second inning. Chops this one over towards third. Picked up by Wilson on the run. The throw is just in time. Good throw by Wilson over to Prees. Just gets Anderson before he can get to first base, and that's how the inning comes to an end. Well, Jorge Soler got a base hit, but that was it. 1-1 is our score. We've played 6 to the 7th we go, and a tied game between the Angels and the Guardians on FanDuel Sports Network, Angels Radio, and the Angels Radio app.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. Now I have Skyrizi.
I've got places to go and I'm feeling free. Controlling my Crohn's means everything to me. Control is everything to me.
And now I'm back in the picture. Feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks with Skyrizi, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements. Skyrizi helped visibly improve damage at the intestinal lining. And with Skyrizi, many were in remission at 12 weeks, at 1 year, and even at 3 years.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's.
Now's the time to take control of your Crohn's.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Ego, Milwaukee, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery or ready for pickup in 15 minutes. Conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Jordan's sore nose let out a fiery sneeze, so Dad grabbed Puffs Plus lotion to soothe her with ease. Puffs Plus lotion is gentle on sensitive skin and locks in moisture to provide soothing relief. A nose in need deserves Puffs indeed. America's #1 lotion tissue.
Okay, if you're not pumped up about spring training baseball, Ryan Johnson will get you there in a hurry. He's the new pitcher into the game for the Halos. First pitch, fastball. 74th pick last year out of Dallas Baptist, facing John Kenzie Noel, and works quickly and gets ahead quickly. 0-2. Do have a couple of changes for the Halos. Here, Ryan Noda, the new first baseman, replaces Nolan Shawnoel, and Kyron Paris comes in for Tim Anderson at second. Noel grounds it back to the mound. Coming off the mound to get to it is Johnson, who makes the easy toss to Noda. And a quick first out here in the 7th inning of a 1-1 game. Hey, catch the Angels all season long on FanDuel Sports Network. Check out all the ways to watch the Angels in 2025 by visiting angels.com/broadcast today.
Nice job today, turned in by the Angels starter Tyler Anderson. Give you his numbers in a moment.
Gabriel Arias, the batter. 1 ball, no strikes from Ryan Johnson, dealing on Arias. And this is going to be a ground ball back behind short. Newman couldn't quite get to it, and that's going to be a 1-out single. Second hit today for Arias.
Anderson, the Angels starter, 6 innings, 6 hits. A run it was earned, no walks, struck out 3. By far his best and longest outing this spring.
So Dom Nunez, who came in for Austin Hedges, is the new batter. Digging in for the first time today, facing Ryan Johnson. First pitch in there for a strike. Johnson was the comp pick after Shohei Ohtani left to join the Dodgers. Really worked on developing a slider his sophomore year at college, and boy, it quickly became one of the best in all of college baseball for Dallas Baptist. Fly ball back to shortstop. Newman, shading the sun, gets called off by Rengifo, who picks it up. Similar area, and there's the second out.
We all love the big moment. The big moment doesn't start with the big result. It starts with the yard work. Because the big moment is just one moment forged by 1,000 moments. Strauss in Major League Baseball. Gear up, go yard.
Hasn't walked any in 7 innings, striking out 4.
The way Johnson has pitched this spring, you have to think he's going to have a very good chance to be a part of this Angels bullpen. First pitch to Angel Martinez, a strike. Johnson, who was homeschooled before going to Dallas Baptist, was a 3-time All-American in the Homeschool World Series Association. That a strike 2 from Johnson. A program that started back in 2000, 25 years ago, with just 6 teams. They get about 24 a year to participate now. And Johnson going from a homeschool talent playing in the Homeschool World Series Association to now maybe having an opportunity to be in the big leagues. 0-2 to Angel Martinez with the runner at first. Here it comes. That one just outside.
I don't know if you heard this or not, Trent, but he also has a fascination with bacon.
Well,
he'll have bacon with anything.
Okay.
Peanut butter and bacon.
I had not heard that as it's outside 2-2. I think that there are many of us that are enjoyers of bacon. I don't know how many of us are fascinated or consumed by bacon.
He is both fascinated and consumed with bacon. Yes, he is.
Here's the 2-2. That one goes back into the string. Peanut butter and bacon.
He'll have bacon with virtually anything. And I don't know how it all started, but I've been told that he is a lover of bacon.
All right. Way to get to the bottom of that one, Terry Smith. Here comes the 2-2 to Martinez. Swing and a little chopper goes picked up by Ohapi just in front of the plate, makes the toss over to Noda for the final out in the inning. So Johnson comes in, gives up a hit. That was it. It is stretch time in Tempe. 1-1 is our score between the Angels and the Guardians here on FanDuel Sports Network, along with AM 830 and the Angels radio app.
Why are we walking so slowly? It makes this scene feel more cinematic.
I get that. It's just maybe not the best time to walk in slow motion.
It's the only time to walk in slow motion.
Whoa!
Yes?
How do you sleep at night?
On a mattress from Mattress Firm. I sleep.
At the Upgrade Your Sleep sale, get 0% interest for 72 months on Tempur-Pedic. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night.
The Harry's team found 3 regular guys.
A good shave shapes the day in a way.
And had them try Harry's for the first time.
This line right here, the flex hinge just went like...
Wow, yeah, that feels expensive.
Then we had them guess the price of an 8-pack of refill cartridges.
40. I was going to say 27. 35.
An 8-pack of Harry's cartridges is $17.
Wow. I have to switch razors.
Guys who know a good shave can now get a great deal. Get your trial set for $7 at harrys.com/shaving.
You know I got the spirit, knock it out the park, knock it out the spirit of the game, knock it out the park, knock it out. You know I got the spirit, knock it out the park, knock it out the spirit of the game.
The catcher throws, not in time.
Some young fans enjoying baseball today. Why not? The Cactus League second to last game at Tempe Diablo Stadium for the 2025 spring. Luis Rengifo is the batter for the Angels, with Colby Allard back out for Cleveland. 1 ball, no strikes to count to Rengifo, who rips this one foul down the third base side. A couple of defensive changes for Cleveland here in this 7th inning. In right field, Wilfredo Antunez, and in left, Jonah Avancula. So a swap of the lumber for Luis Rengifo as he comes back out with a fresh bat and gets set. 1-1 from Allard. Got him to chase it. Off speed, down and away. Strike 2. Rengifo's hitless today. 0 for 2 with the strikeout. Just 5 hits for Angel batting today after they had just 3 hits and got shut out by the Reds yesterday. It's been a tough go for the Angels offensively in the Cactus League with 15 teams. 12th in runs, 14th in batting average. 1-2's outside. One thing that the Angels have done well, though, is draw walks. They actually lead the Cactus League in walks drawn, so they're still finding ways to get on base. Allard sets and deals the 2-2. Chopped over to Rocchio at short. Takes it no problem and makes the toss over to Prius for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That is being brought to you by StubHub. Was nice to see Joe Adell get a double when he dug in for the first time today back in the 3rd inning to lead off that inning. He scored the Angels' only run today. Then went after the first pitch and popped up to center. In his next time up, first pitch he takes low. That hit for Adell snapped an 0 for 22. First hit in 11 days for Adell. Swings and misses, 1-1. That being said, Ron Washington is not really shown any concern about Adell at the plate. I mean, not really defensively either, and Adell has made strides. 1-1 pitch. Weak tapper over to first. Pre's coming up for it. It gets picked up and scooped up by Allard, and that's going to go down for an infield single. Not much Allard could do with it. It was got no man's land after Pre's came up for it. Allard was the one who snagged it with his glove, and instead Joe Adell ends up being safe at first.
So Adell with the 2-hit game, which he has to feel good about. Neither hit has been hit all that hard, but he hadn't been dropping in anything for over a week, so maybe things are changing a little bit for Joe Adell at the plate.
Kevin Newman now bats with 1 gone. Lifts this one to left field. Back towards the track. And Avancula is there for out number 2. You know, for Adell, Terry, you know how it is. When you're slumping, it doesn't matter. He'll take anything, and in the box score today, it will show 2 hits for Joe Adell, and that's going to be very welcomed after the last week and a half is gone for Adell. Taylor Ward digs in for the 4th time this afternoon. Drove in a run back in the 3rd. Pickoff toss the first. Adell able to get back safely. 2 outs and a runner at first. 1-1 is our score. Bottom of the 7th inning. Pitch on Taylor Ward to called strike 1. Allard takes his time. The 0-1 to Ward is a strike 2. Fastball up in the zone. Now Allard a strike away from getting through another inning. He's already gone 2 frames Down allowing a run. Here's the 0-2 to Taylor Ward. He skies this one back behind third. Foul territory. Will Wilson drifting over, able to catch it in that foul territory, and that's how the inning comes to an end. 1-1 is our score to the 8th we go. Terry Smith returns with the play-by-play when we're back here on FanDuel Sports Network, Angels Radio AM 830, and the AM 830 app.
Did you just pay with PayPal?
Yes, it keeps my info safe, even at the shady lemonade stand.
Who are you calling shady, mister?
Oh, like this is fresh squeeze. Give me a break, Logan. I want to pay with you everywhere. Don't just pay. PayPal.
What if I told you that one of the best things you can do to improve the look and performance of your car can be done for under $20 and in less than 30 minutes?
Fix your cloudy and weathered headlights with Cerakote's #1 best-selling ceramic headlight restoration kit in just 3 easy steps and without power tools. Just wipe, sand, and apply. It's that easy. Cerakote restores and protects, and for as long as you own your vehicle, it's guaranteed. You can trust Cerakote with over 60,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait until it's too late. Buy today for under $20.
It all starts here. A new beginning for a game that just created a masterpiece where Dodger Blue rewrote the history books.
Shohei Ohtani starts the 50-50 club.
A golden arm tossed rookie records aside.
Skeets has struck a ball out.
And a red flash stole his way into stardom. Now, the canvas calls for fresh strokes of greatness, where big names step back between the lines.
Mike Trout, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Bigger expectations come back to the Bronx.
Another home run for Judge.
And the biggest offseason prize now wears a different shade of blue.
Soto Magic.
Everyone's ready for the show.
Gunnar Henderson, Bobby Witt Jr., Bryce Harper. This is what you've been waiting for.
It's time to unleash the colors of the 2025 season as baseball's next masterpiece comes to life.
Will Wilson is the batter as the Guardians start things off here in the 8th inning, and still out there on the mound for the Angels is Ryan Johnson. The Angels have a new left side of the infield as this pitch is lifted high in the air. It's hit pretty well out in the left center. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Headed for second base is Wilson, and he will easily go into second base with a pop-up sliding leadoff double. So the Guardians have the potential go-ahead runner in scoring position to start things off here in the 8th. And Micah Prees will be the next batter. J.D. Davis is the new third baseman for the Angels as he replaces Rengifo, and David Mershon is the new shortstop as he replaces Kevin Newman. Johnson's set. Here's the pitch, and that ball's lifted high, and it's hit well down the right field side, tight to the line, and that ball is gone. Breeze has hit a 2-run homer against Johnson. The 9-hole hitter, his second home run this spring, and that gives Cleveland a 3-1 lead.
After the way Johnson pitched in the 7th, this feels like it was out of nowhere. You say tight to the line. I don't know that it could get any tighter. Now, the foul poles in spring training parks aren't as high as what you normally see in big league stadiums during the year, but this was down that right field line. And first base umpire saying that one stayed fair, and really tough to tell.
Ryan Rocchio is the batter now with a couple runs in. He takes the first pitch for a strike. And here's the next delivery. That one missed a little bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Johnson is a quick worker. And here's the next pitch. That's lined the opposite way. That's going to drop into left field. And that is the 3rd straight hit in the inning. So they've had a single, double, and homer. Rocchio's 3rd hit of the day. And the batter now will be Tyler Freeman.
Ryan Johnson, emotional pitcher on the mound. You see him in the clubhouse. I mean, he's as like calm and quiet as can be, and he becomes a different guy out on the mound, now trying to work through some trouble.
Here's when it's bounced back near the mound. He fields it, goes to second, 1, relay to first, in time, and that'll be a double play. That was really close over there at first base, but you can't challenge anything here. There's no replay system, so The Angels turn their third double play of the day.
And this was really well done by Johnson. I mean, to field his position well, fire a perfect throw to Kyron Paris to get the relay over. And that replay was presented by FanDuel Sports Network. Stream now at FanDuelSportsNetwork.com.
Batter now stepping up for the fourth time today is Manzardo. He's tripled and been retired twice. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Next delivery right in there for a called strike.
And just as emotional as Johnson is sometimes out there, to give up 3 straight hits and then to be able to bear down and turn that double play defensively, that's a good sign.
There's a pitch taken for a ball. 1-2 the count on Manzardo. And the next delivery, and that's a chase and a miss. He struck him out. So after getting off to a rough start in the inning, Johnson gets 3 outs facing the final 2 batters, and he's likely done for the day. Angels go to the bottom of the 8th inning, down by a pair. It's 3-1 Cleveland. You're watching FanDuel Sports Network and listening on Angels Radio, also available free on the Angels Radio app.
Do you want your car to have deep gloss, stay cleaner longer, and have it last for up to 50 washes, guaranteed?
Introducing Cerakote's new Rapid Ceramic Platinum. Our next generation paint sealant with improved gloss, unmatched slickness, and extreme water repellency. Simply spray it on and lightly buff to get long-lasting professional results. Just look at the difference. Water just blows right off. You can trust Cerakote's #1 selling products with over 60,000 5-star reviews. Buy today for under $20.
Insurify. At Insurify, we make it easy to cut your car insurance bill in half. Half? How? Just go to Insurify.com and compare dozens of quotes in a few clicks. We cut out the middleman so you can cut your bill in half. Go to Insurify.com and save up to 50% on your car insurance.
My sister's 40th birthday party has a dress code, and I got nothing. She said, you have to look nice. Just go to Men's Warehouse, they'll decide everything for you. What? Sister's birthday. She's an adult. Please help me.
Follow me.
I knew it. I'm hot.
Did I need to flex this hard on my sister's birthday? Yes.
Nice outfit, little brother.
Oh, this whole thing. Where's the cake?
We don't have cake. I'm 40. I'm 40.
She's 40, you guys.
Sister's birthday. She's an adult. Please help me. I'm so lost.
Gotcha. Follow me.
I knew it. I'm hot. Thank you, Rick. I mean it.
New Chipotle Honey Chicken brings a hint of pure honey and seared smoked peppers with fresh chicken hot off the grill. For Chipotle heat with a touch of sweet and a perfectly balanced sauce. Chipotle Honey Chicken takes heat and sweet to a whole new level.
Ryan Noda will lead it off for the Angels. He will be batting for the first time, hitting out of Nolan Shotwell's spot. And there's a new pitcher for Cleveland, Cade Smith. And the first delivery taken for ball 1. Here's the next pitch. And that one just a little bit outside. It misses for a ball. Give you the numbers in just a bit on Colby Allard, who leaves. And he pitched shutout baseball out of their bullpen today. Counts 2 balls and a strike on Noda. Mike Trout waits on deck. There's a chase and a miss. Counts even. It's now 2-2. Cade Smith, a very reliable reliever last year for the Guardians, and he pitched a lot. He's a big guy, undrafted out of college. He's from Canada, 6'5", 230-pounder. Here's his next delivery, and that's a swing and a miss, and he threw it right by Noda, struck him out. So 1 away, and that is strikeout number 8 in the ball game for Cleveland pitchers. Here's Trout, who has had an 0 for 3 days. Flied out, popped out, and grounded out. Cade Smith ready. Here's the pitch, and that's inside. Cade Smith in college, and he was at the University of Hawaii biology major, and also was in pre-med Here's the pitch. That's a little bit outside. 2-0 the count on Trout. Guardians reliever, 74 games last year, 6-1 record. Really good ERA last year, 1.91. And here's the next one on Trout. That catches the outside corner. That's a called strike. Smith is a strikeout pitcher. He already struck out Noda in this inning. And he averaged well over a strikeout an inning last year. Here's the pitch on Trout. That's fouled off on the right side. It gets back and out of play. So everyone is set. 2-2 the count on Mike Trout. Outfield shading him the opposite way. There's a pitch that misses inside. And so the count runs full, 3-2. Smith will throw the fastball. He has a slider and a splitter. That's his off-speed pitch. And the next delivery on Mike Trout on the 3-2. He takes, and that one misses. So Trout has a walk. First time he's gotten on base today. And here is Soler, who will be the tying run coming to the plate.
Trout has always had such good plate discipline, does a good job there. I mean, hey, Cade Smith has had no trouble working in on Mike Trout. Kind of tells you where we're at in the spring when relievers come in and start pitching the way they might face you in the regular season. That's what Smith did in that at-bat.
So here's the first one on Soler. He got tied up on that one. Wasn't sure whether to chase it. Kind of held up, went around, though. And the count's no balls, one strike. Soler has had a single. He's also had a walk. Angels are down 3-1. We're in the bottom of the 8th. And the next pitch, that's on the outside corner. That's another called strike. Another thing about Cade Smith a year ago with Cleveland, it's tough to elevate his pitches. He gave up only one home run in 74 appearances last year. There's a pitch that is taken by Soler. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on the Angels DH. The right-hander set, delivers. Soler fouls that one back. That's going to go just above our booth. Ball ends up ricocheting back down to the seats behind home plate. Smith has the new baseball. Next pitch, and Soler takes that one a little bit low.
Smith walked just 17 batters last year in those 74 games he pitched in. 75 1/3 innings in all. So it's rare to see Smith walk guys.
Next pitch. There's a shot into right center. That's going to fall in for a hit. Good job of base running by Trout as he will get the third on that one. That ball left the bat. You weren't sure if maybe someone might have a chance to catch it. Trout realized as he was headed to second he wasn't going to stop there. So the Angels have something brewing now. Runners at the corners, 1 out. And Logan O'Hoppe will be the next batter. Second hit of the day for Soler.
And that's the strength of this Angel lineup. If you put Trout on, you're going to have to deal with Jorge Soler right behind you. And it's one thing to do that with first base open, but Trout over there at first and Soler makes Smith pay.
So here's the first one on O'Hoppe. He goes after it and lifts it foul on the right side, back and out of play. Watching Mike Trout take third base first to third on that hit by Soler. Trout has always been one of the best base runners in the game, and that doesn't translate all the time into stealing bases, just being very astute as to taking extra bases. He's always been a guy who's cut the bases as well as anyone as well. 2 strikes now on O'Hoppe with runners at the corners. The pitch, and he fouls that one off on the right side, back and out of play. Been a tough day for O'Hoppe. His day could get a lot better if he comes through here, but so far today up 3 times with 3 strikeouts, and he bats here with 2 strikes on him. Here's the delivery, and that's going to be another strikeout. A foul tip into the mid of the catcher, Dom Nunez, and a rough day continues for O'Hoppe. So that's out number 2. Both outs in the inning on strikeouts. And now Kyron Paris will be the batter. And he's had kind of a flair for situations like this spring. He bats with 2 outs. An RBI situation, runners at the corners. Here's the pitch, and that almost got away. That was way low and outside. Good stop by the catcher, Nunez.
It's been the spring of clutch Kyron. A lot of late game scenarios that he has come through in.
Here's the go-ahead run at the plate here, and the pitch. He takes outside. Good eye there.
Now, a lot of those hits have come against minor league arms. Cade Smith is not. This is a very high-end relief pitcher for Cleveland.
Here's the next delivery, and that caught the outside corner. He's been trying to pick away outside, and that one just got a piece of it. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 outs. Outfield shading Paris a little bit the opposite way. Infielders are backed up with 2 outs. Next pitch. That's low and outside, and now it's a 3-1 count. J.D. Davis would be the next batter if the inning continues. The 3-1 delivery and a big chase and a miss. Might have actually just ticked that ball into the mid of the catcher, so it's a full count, 3-2. On Kyron Paris. Here's the payoff, and he swings and pops it foul on the first base side. That one's going to get back behind the Angels dugout, back to the seats, out of play, and Paris hangs in there.
Regardless, Paris has worked a pretty good at-bat here against Smith. Again, trying to measure what would Paris do against high-level talents that you're going to see across the major league circuit as opposed to the minor leagues, and this is where Paris is being tested.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Smith has a new baseball, and the payoff on its way. It's cut on, foul, back out of play on the first base side. Just watching Kyron Paris all spring, he's such a different, better hitter than we've seen in the past. And no matter how this matchup plays out, this has been a good at-bat here against a very solid reliever. 3-2 the count, the next delivery, and that one came in. He tried to move away from it, and the ball hit his bat. He fouls it off over near where the Angels coaching staff is seated. Still battling for the full count.
And Smith clearly has been trying to work in. He was to Mike Trout. This one inside as well, as Paris happy that went off the hosel and not a finger.
So a long matchup hasn't ended yet. Here's the next one, and this is bounced off the glove of the pitcher, and unable to get a handle on it is the shortstop. A run will score. Angels have him at first and second. That's going to be an infield RBI hit for Kyron Paris. And the Angels trail this game 3-2.
You don't have to square it up. Just make some contact to create some chaos, and Paris did that to bring in a run.
And with the pitches mounting in this inning, the Guardians are going to go to the bullpen. So that's going to be it for Cade Smith. We'll take a break. Angels still batting. We get back. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's 3-2 Cleveland. You're watching FanDuel Sports Network and listening on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
Jordan's sore nose let out a fiery sneeze, so Dad grabbed Puffs Plus lotion to soothe her with ease. Puffs Plus lotion is gentle on sensitive skin and locks in moisture to provide soothing relief. A nose in need deserves Puffs indeed. America's #1 lotion tissue.
Marco's Pizza was just named America's favorite pizza chain, and America said, "Who?" So, to introduce America to America's favorite pizza chain, we're offering unlimited large 2-topping pizzas for just $8.99 each, only at Marco's.
You know I got the spirit, knock it out the park, knock it out the spirit of the game, knock it out the park, knock it out. You know I got the spirit, knock it out the park, knock
Did you just pay with PayPal?
Yes, it keeps my info safe, even at this shady lemonade stand.
Who you calling shady, mister?
Oh, like this is fresh squeeze. Give me a break, Logan. I will pay with you everywhere. Don't just pay, PayPal.
Dreams begin here. Welcome to the Good Night Club.
It's time to unleash the colors of the 2025 season as baseball's next masterpiece comes to life.
Another historic chapter.
Opening week on MLB Network.
Steven Perez is the new pitcher. And stepping up to the plate is J.D. Davis. And before Perez throws a pitch here, he was having some problems, I think, with the PitchCom device. And so they're going to go out there and figure out if he needs a new device or not.
What an opportunity for J.D. Davis here, competing for that last spot on the roster. If Moncada can't go when the season begins, have to think J.D. Davis will have a chance, but kind of needs that signature moment in spring, and this is an opportunity for that.
And Perez is a young pitcher who's pitching for the very first time this spring for the Guardians. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. That's way low and outside. So I'm sure this left-hander feels a little pressure out there on the mound. This is bottom of the 8th inning. Base hit likely ties up the game. Here's the next pitch, and he misses high with that one. Having trouble throwing strike one here. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Joe Adell waits on deck. He's had a 2-hit game. Perez was ready to deliver, and a pitch clock violation on him. So now the count goes to 3-0. So no doubt he's having some trouble out there, some nervous energy, if nothing else. And now Davis is back in the box with the count 3 balls and no strikes. The left-hander's pitch, and that is taken for a strike. 3-1.
Looked like 3-0. Davis taking all the way with that last one, knowing that they've had some command issues on the mound.
Left-hander ready. Here's the next pitch. And that's a ground ball under the glove of the first baseman. It goes in the right field, and now the right fielder misplaces it. It's by him. 1 run scores. 2 runs are in. And the Angels have taken the lead right there. It's now 4-3. Boy, what a break. Ball was hit on the right side of the infield. First baseman might have been screened a little bit by the base runner, Paris. Ball got under his glove, and then the right fielder, Antunes, came charging in, and it rolled right under his glove.
A fortuitous break, sure, but a good job by Davis. Making contact, hitting it to the right spot, going the other way with it. Would have tied the game anyway, and the extra help give him the lead.
And the batter now is Joe Adell. There was a point here in this inning where the Angels had 2 base runners and 2 outs. Those base runners have since scored, and another one is in scoring position. And there's a ball that's well hit by Adell out into left field, and you can kiss that one goodbye. Joe Adell's 3rd home run this spring, a no-doubter. And all of a sudden now the Angels are starting to pile up the runs. 6-3.
Welcome back, Joe Adell. It's been a tough week and a half for Adell offensively. Comes back with a 3rd hit today. That one, he got all of it. First 2, not much, but he'll take this one, a big swing and a blast to give the Halos a cushion.
So the young pitcher Perez came in, and as it turns out, he was just what the doctor ordered for the Angels. And there's a pitch on Mershon. He takes for a ball.
And Adele with a 3-hit day with the homer, enough to just settle everybody down. Ron Washington wasn't panicking, and now everyone else can kind of take a breath too when you're looking at Joe Adele to have a day like this offensively. Hopefully can jumpstart him at the dish.
A 5-run inning for the Angels. And the pitch, that one misses for a ball. Here's the next pitch, and this is popped up on the right side. Foul territory. It's going to get back and out of play just past the Angels dugout. Here comes the next delivery. And that's fouled off on the right side. Back it out of play. Lefty's next delivery, and that's a shot and a diving catch on that one by Rocchio, the shortstop. He was about 1.5 feet back on the outfield grass, fully stretched out. That was one good play there by the Guardians shortstop. Inning ends on that line out. Angels put a big 5 spot on the board and will take a 6-3 lead to the 9th. You're watching FanDuel Sports Network and listening on Angels Radio, also available free on the Angels Radio app.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Ego, Milwaukee, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery or ready for pickup in 15 minutes. Conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Can a personal loan unlock your ambitions? Oh yeah. Borrow up to $100,000 to consolidate bad debt and save money for your next goal. Take a swing at your kitchen reno. Meant that literally. Or design your actual dream wedding. Consolidate bad debt and fund all your ambitions with a SoFi personal loan. Go to SoFi.com to view your rate. SoFi, get your money right.
Dreams begin here. Welcome to the Good Night Club.
Choose Advil Liquid Gels for faster, stronger, and longer-lasting relief than Tylenol Rapid Release Gels. Because Advil targets pain at the source of inflammation. So for faster pain relief, Advil, the pain away.
It's a Thursday triple header on MLB Network. Leading off are the Phils and Braves at 1 Eastern. Then at 4, it's the Angels and the White Sox. Later, it's the Rangers and Padres at 9:30 Eastern. Don't miss a pitch. Only on MLB Network.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
First pitch was in there for a strike from Ryan Johnson, who's back out for another inning for the Angels. And here's the next delivery, and that's right in there for a called strike. The Angels have a new catcher here in the 9th inning, up from minor league camp. Peter Burns behind the plate. There's a pitch a little bit low. And the batter is Wilfredo Antunes. That's from the left side. Here's the next pitch, and that is a wave and a miss. That was a nasty pitch right there from Johnson. Struck him out. So one gone. And now we see Ron Washington coming out to the mound, and he is going to make a pitching change. So I wanted to get Johnson back up for at least the start of this inning. He had already pitched 2 innings and gets the out here, and now The Angels will go to the bullpen. We'll see who's coming in when we get back. Break in the action. We're in the top of the 9th inning. Angels have doubled up. The Guardians lead this game 6-3. You're watching FanDuel Sports Network and listening on Angels Radio, also available free on the Angels Radio app.
What are we doing today, Coach?
So, today we're going to work on our checking on...
Sorry, I heard checking.
A bit of a misunderstanding.
I meant checking on how we can help save our customers money on their car insurance.
And whether they need car, home, boat, or pet coverage.
Precisely. Now, let's go again. Susan?
Always wanted to do that.
My turn.
Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
Best day of training so far.
How's your elbow?
It's killing me.
Thinking of updating my kitchen? Yeah. Yes. This year, we are finally updating our kitchen. Doing subway tile and an ivory or eggshell. Cream, maybe bone. Don't get me started on quartz. Big island. You ever heard of a waterfall count?
For everyone who talks about doing that thing,
over there,
but never does that thing,
sweet little breakfast nook.
Chase has financial guidance.
See how you can start saving to make this happen.
Really?
Really?
Really.
At home or in
You
person.
could also check out a Chase Money Skills workshop.
That's guidance from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
The Harry's team found 3 regular guys.
A good shave shapes the day in a way.
And had them try Harry's for the first time.
This line right here, oh, the flex hinge just went like...
Wow, yeah, that feels expensive.
Then we had them guess the price of an 8-pack of refill cartridges.
40. I was going to say 27. 35.
An 8-pack of Harry's cartridges is $17.
Wow. I have to switch razors.
Guys who know a good shave can now get a great deal. Get your trial set for $7 at harrys.com/shaving.
Can't get enough baseball? Get MLB Network today to stream up to 15 live out-of-market games a week, 24/7 access to MLB Network, and live radio for all 30 clubs. Stream MLB Network with MLB at Bat for $6.99 a month.
Brock Burke is the new pitcher for the Angels. He's going to try and get the final 2 outs here. And the first delivery, this is popped in the air by Arias on the right side, and the Angels' second baseman, Kyron Paris, couple feet back on the outfield grass, will make the catch on that one. And that is going to be out number 2. Mike Trout's still out there in right field. He's going to play the whole game, as it turns out, today. One more out to go. Angels with a big 5-run outburst with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. And at the plate now is Nunez, their catcher. This is his first time up today. Cleveland's other club playing in Goodyear tied 3-3 in the 7th inning against the A's. Here's the next pitch. Taken for a called strike. 1-1 is the count on Nunez. Lefty-lefty matchup. Burke ready, next pitch. And that was a very defensive swing there. He fouls that one off. And the Guardians now, they're down to their final strike in this game. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Bounce right back to the mound. This should do it. Burke has it. He's going to underhand the toss over to Noda, and that is how the ball game ends. Ends on the comebacker. And the Angels have what turns out to be a nice feel-good win today, beating a Cleveland split squad as the Angels win this game this afternoon by the final score of 6-3. This was a ball game where the Angels offense was waning going to that bottom of the 8th inning. Angels had scored just 1 run, but a 5-run outburst there in the bottom of inning number 8, propelling the Angels to the victory today by the final score of 6-3. So the Angels record here in Cactus League play improves to 10-14-3. And the Guardians, right now, they are 10-15-1, pending the outcome of their other game going on against the Athletics. Nice crowd on hand today here at Tempe Diablo. Over 7,500, 7,566 was the crowd today to see the Angels come back win against the Cleveland Guardians, and the Angels get ready now to head on to Camelback Ranch, where tomorrow they'll take on the Chicago White Sox. We're going to take it down here in the Angels dugout. Trent Rush is standing by with Angels manager Ron Washington.
All right, Waj. Well, let's first talk about what we saw from your Angels coming up clutch late in this ball game for Joe Adell. I know the last week and a half has been a struggle, but for him to have 3 hits and that big home run, what's that do for Adell's confidence?
It should bring him back to where he was. You know, we're in spring training and you go through laws, but the one thing I told him today was don't fight it. Keep working the way you work. Keep believing in what you're doing. And, you know, we ain't just in March the 19th. And if you give up at March the 19th, then you're going to be no good for us when the season starts.
Well, you've been that steadying force. I mean, you've been saying this all along. You're not concerned at all with where Joe is at. What do you see in Joe Adell offensively for what he can do for this ball club?
Well, I see a potential of doing something huge. I mean, he hit 23 home runs last year. That's not his ceiling. I think he got more. But he's also growing in the game of baseball, and he's got to learn how to handle this adversity. He handled it last year, and I told him, you handle it in the spring. You just keep working, and everything's going to fall into place. And, you know, that was good for him today. He needed that for him. I've never doubted him.
Well, we saw yesterday, Jose Soriano goes into the 6th inning. Today, you get Tyler Anderson to complete 6 innings, didn't walk anybody, ends up giving up just a run today. How impressive, how do you feel like your pitchers have impressed the last couple of days now in this final turn through the rotation before the season?
Well, last week we all had a hiccup, both offensively and pitching-wise. And this week, so far, the pitchings have shown they come back. And again, we're in spring training. I don't know what it was that caused that, but we do believe in them. And I think the fans in Anaheim watched TA last year take the ball 32 times, and we expect him to do the same. And we expect him to fight the way he fought out there today, and I have no doubt he will do that.
All right, Wash, appreciate the time. Well done. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
All right, Terry, back to you.
All right, thanks, Trent. The Angels come away with the victory this afternoon. Comeback win, beating the Guardians split squad again by the final of 6-3. For those of you who have been listening on Angels Radio, we'll have more post-game coverage coming up in just a few minutes. I want to thank you for joining us today. You've been watching FanDuel Sports Network and listening on Angels Radio, also available free on the Angels Radio app.
We hope you enjoyed that spring training game telecast presented by Best Western. We now join the following MLB Network programming already in progress.